baseball gets its first home game win in over a year. Volleyball plays their first game since the fall, and the Owls are racking up conference awards. Those stories and more are coming up on Inside Owl Athletics. Welcome to Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Tyler DeRosa.
And I'm Aurora Carabello. Thanks for tuning in.
The Owls baseball team played their first home game in more than 700 days this week. The team was looking for a win, and they got one with a romp over New England College on Tuesday. The Owls would start the scoring early. With one out in the first inning, Josh DeFrancisco brings in Mark Barrett with a sacrifice fly to short center field. Keene State would hop out to a 4-0 lead, but the Pilgrims would strike back in the top of the fourth. With no outs and runners on first and second, Tyler Gendron would single up the middle to put up a run for New England College. Just half an inning later, in the bottom of the fourth, Luca Gialongo made a nice catch to keep the Owls off the board. Now, with the Owls up 5-1 in the fifth inning, 2 runners on for Colin Grenier, who places one in shallow right field, that would place Josh Bion. DeFrancisco finishes with 2 doubles and 3 RBI in the win. The Owls open LEC play against Castleton University on Friday afternoon.
The women's lacrosse team headed out to Western Connecticut over the weekend for an LEC conference showdown. Haley Radijak came up big for the Owls in this one. The Owls managed to get on the scoreboard early after junior Bridget Casey put the ball in the net off a gorgeous feed from Radijak. Western Connecticut would bounce back with a flurry of 4 straight goals that put the Owls in an early hole, one that was difficult to get out of. Radijak responded to Western Connecticut with a goal that cut the lead to 2. The second half started with this opening hat trick for Alexa Riggio of Western Connecticut, pushing the lead to 7-2. Western Connecticut had the momentum after scoring 3 straight, including this goal for a commanding 12-4 lead. Keene State dropped this one 13-5. The Owls are scheduled to play at UMass Dartmouth on April 7th. The men's lacrosse team opened their season Saturday also against Western Connecticut. Joe Nutting, Ben Bunnell, and Cooper Coffey had hat tricks in a blowout. Benjamin Hawthorne started the game off with an incredible goal for Western Connecticut with the assist from Tim Yanucci. The Owls' Justin Norris fires back only 2 minutes later off this pass from Colby Quiet. Cooper scores the first of 6 goals in the third quarter for KSC. Travis Hamilton giving the pass. Keene State starting to pull away on this one. Bunnell gets the pass from Nutting, giving the Owls a 10-4 lead. The Owls held Western Connecticut to 1 goal in the second half. Ben Wright nets the final goal of the night, pass from Hayden Finnerty. Keene State rolls in this one, 17-5. Up next, they go on the road to Eastern Connecticut on April 10th.
Some of our fall sports are getting back in action during the spring semester. Volleyball got back on the court over the weekend against Eastern Connecticut State. 6 points into the second set, freshman Veronica Croa wins Keene State's 7th point with a monster block against the Warriors. Nearing the end of the third set, Keene State put up a fight for every point. Courtney Chenard was all over the court, contributing to several digs and swings. Captain Megan Palmer and libero Reagan Fleming both dug up several swings by Eastern Connecticut. Elizabeth Johnson attempted to end the point with a kill set by freshman Casey Blanchette. EastCon put up the block, winning the point after an intense rally. Later in the third set, Palmer and Chenard won the Owls their 21st set against Eastern Connecticut. Chenard contributed multiple digs and kept the Owls in play, while Casey Blanchette set up Palmer, who winds up and slams it down the line for the kill. Now, halfway into the 5th set, Keene State continues to fight hard for each point. Both teams kept the ball in play for several rallies until sophomore Sydney Johnson uses EastCon's block to her advantage, winning the point for the Owls. But that was not enough for a comeback. Keene State falls in 5 sets to the Warriors. They lose this one 3-2. Field hockey is another fall sport enjoying the extended season. The team traveled to Eastern Connecticut on Friday for their first spring game. This one resulted in some overtime excitement. The Warriors put up an early lead against the Owls until Chase Lambert finds the back of the net early in the 4th quarter. With less than 4 minutes to go, it's Chase Lambert again who scores the brace, sending the game to overtime. In the final minutes, Brianna Nolan from Eastern Connecticut Score is the final point to give East Con the lead. Eastern Connecticut prevails over Keene State. The final score was 3-2.
Outdoor track and field opened their season on Saturday with the Eastern Connecticut Invitational. The women were led by multiple winning performances. Skylar Gauthier was the standout, taking home 3 wins in the 100-meter hurdles, long jump, and the 4x400-meter relay. Nicole Dalmeda also took home 2 wins, hers in the 200-meter dash as well as the 4x400-meter relay with Gauthier. Shannon Parks won both the shot put and the hammer throw. As for the men, Sam Hennedy came out and won his first collegiate race in the 400-meter hurdles. Joey Fodor was able to take the javelin throw for the Owls as well. Multiple second places for the men as well. Brandon Castor had a pair in both the 200 and 400-meter dashes, Rob St. Laurent in the 1,500-meter run, Jacob Pearl in the 5,000-meter, and Dylan Harden in the long jump. The Owls were also in second place in the 4x100-meter relay. The women ended up third behind Eastern Connecticut State and Roger Williams with 91 team points, while the men also took third with a total of 66 team points. Both the men and women's teams fared well overall, bringing home a pair of third-place team finishes. Outdoor track is next in action April 17th at UMass Lowell for the George Davis Invitational.
3 Keene State men's lacrosse players and the women's 4x400-meter relay team are being honored by the Little East Conference this week. Men's lacrosse senior Joe Nutting was named the LEC Offensive Player of the Week. Nutting contributed to 5 of the Owls' 17 goals against Western Connecticut this past weekend. He had 2 assists to go along with a hat trick. Men's lacrosse junior Shane Malloy is the LEC Defensive Player of the Week. Malloy caused a game-high 5 turnovers and was a big part of the Owls' defense that held Western Connecticut to only 2 goals in the final 3 quarters. And the men's lacrosse awards keep on coming as first-year player Colby Quiet won LEC Rookie of the Week. In his first game as an Owl, Quiet contributed to 3 of the Owls' goals, assisting on 2 and scoring 1 himself. Then, for track and field, the women's 4x400-meter relay team has been named the LEC Relay Team of the Week. The team of Nicole Dalmeda, Grace Furlow, Skylar Gauthier, and Alexis Gauthier finished first place at the Eastern Connecticut Invitational last weekend with a time of 4:34.76. Your Owl athletes of the week are Joe Nutting and Skylar Gauthier. As we mentioned, Nutting had a stellar performance against Western Connecticut, scoring a game-high 3 goals. Nutting now has 55 career goals as an Owl. And our second athlete of the week is track and field star Skylar Gauthier. Gauthier finished first in 3 events at the Eastern Connecticut Invitational last weekend. She won the 100-meter hurdles with a time of 17:23 and won the long jump with a distance of 5.01 meters. She also helped the women's 4x400-meter relay team finish first in their event. Congratulations to all of our athletes of the week.
This weekend is busy for both the baseball and softball teams. On Friday, the KSC baseball team opens conference play against Castleton University. Friday's game is at Keene State, but Castleton will bat as the home team. First pitch of the doubleheader is at 1. On Saturday, baseball goes to Castleton for another twin bill. First pitch is at noon. Softball finally opens their season at Plymouth State. That doubleheader is scheduled for 3. All schedules are subject to change, so for scores, stats, and more, check out KeeneOwls.com. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com. That's all for this week's show. For all of us here at Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Aurora Carabello.
And I'm Tyler DeRosa. Thank you for watching.